Yeah, welcome guys. This is Twewy once again, and I had a question from actually a cousin of mine. He came into like King's Raid. I don't know. Let's see. How many days ago was it? Play record. Okay, 53 days. That's almost two months. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So Compare is actually joining with me today, and the big question was, what are my next moves? So Compare, what's up, man?
What up?
Hey, you doing good?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Hey, okay. So
53 days already.
53 days, man. Account looking good. Level 43. So let's go over your account and what has been working for you so far. So you got a nice amount of heroes. Let me open them all up. So what are you liking so far?
Yeah, I got the Miru Laws
Mm-hmm.
and the frill setup.
Ah, okay.
Especially the frill I love.
Ah, you're liking the Lavril, right? So I'm guessing like the moment you picked Lavril, you took my advice on getting everything crit damage. Looks the same way. Oh, let's enhance this already. Like if I see things that I can instantly adjust, is it okay for me to correct them straight away?
Yeah, do whatever, man.
I guess shit. So looking at this, right? That one is T8 already. That is looking good. Invested into the Swift Darkness hat. That is T7. Almost everything onto 5-star node. A few 4 stars. Got a unique treasure, which is looking good. And I am just assuming your damage actually got up by a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. There's no question about that. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, I see like instant adjustments, which I will go over just in a little bit, but let's just review your account on what you have right now. So currently he has a Miru 2-star, looking good. Got a setup onto T80, got some things working for him. There are some things that could be adjusted. Crit rate looking good, but you're using an Annette setup. Do you still use Annette as one of your main healers?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
Pretty
that...
much, I only use that setup of those 4 champs.
Ah,
For pretty much everything.
ah,
I mean, I got a fill as well. And he's pretty fun. So sometimes I take away the frill and I put in frill.
Okay, that's looking good, looking good. Okay, so going over the rest of that stuff. Okay, you got Klaus, you got a unique treasure for him, probably by luck, because the mittens itself are not...
I got them yesterday actually for the 5k all-in.
Hey, like the 5k all-ins are ridiculous, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh man, I was having so much fun with it. Like I'm looking at my rubies every single time. I'm like, oh, I'm near 5k, man. It's looking good.
I did pretty much the same yesterday. I needed like 150 and you were like looking for where can I get them as quick as possible.
Yep, that's the way to go. Okay, so looking at a net, okay, I can see why you picked this.
I got like 23 drops for from 35k of rubies.
That is ridiculous. Yo, Ken is like, yo, I know, right? That's me. Yep, that's some good stuff.
Unfortunately, I felt like everything I tried to awaken.
Oof, but this is one of the reasons why I think this game is fun. Even if you're failing, you get fail stacks.
Yeah, definitely.
So at some point,
I got some fail stacks by the way on the Miru.
Okay. So what is she at right now?
I don't know.
Okay, that may be something we'll look into a little bit later. Okay, so we got Claws, we got a net, actually on a 1-star unique weapon. I think she's gonna become ridiculous, especially after the soul weapon part. She does heal her own MP, which is looking good. Okay, you got crit damage on that. That is either due to my bad, because attack would actually be better on her, but that is something to keep in mind for future reference. So my apologies. Normally what...
I still have 4 picks tier 7s.
Hey, you got some tickets left. Okay, that is something that we may just want to look at, because if we look at a net, go to the Transcend and look at the very last one. What it says is overcharge activates, increase all attack speed, which is funny, but it increases all attack of Annette by 5% of her attack. So the higher attack that she has, the more that she heals, but the more that she gives attack to the rest of your players. So that was something that I should have done better. Is this, are these items obsolete? Hell no, they can be used on just about anything. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, like if you get your Yuno at some point, she's actually gonna do good because she can heal her own mana if you start her up pretty high, and that will
98%.
98%. Okay, that's some good stuff. So that's looking good. We got Philip actually on a 1-star. Good. Like Philip on a 1-star is pretty great.
Yeah, yesterday I got it as well in the all-in.
Hey, congratulations. That is good stuff. Okay, so there's no runes on this. And I will go over like some runing that I usually pick for most of my characters. So, are you able to do Dragons 8 already?
I actually do 7 every time.
7 every time.
Yeah, because I still need a lot of 7 gear to upgrade.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Like, the question for me will be like, what are you struggling with right now?
8, I think.
8, okay. Have you tried it yet?
And those how do you call them? Those jelly thingies in chapter 9?
Chapter 9, okay. I got a feeling where you're going with this. So that will be something that we'll be addressing today as well. And I think with the right investment, we should be able to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be ruining a little bit of his gear. Now, most of the times for tanks, I take at least 1 MP recovery attack. And with a little bit of attack speed, that makes a lot of sense. We got some gear on Philip, but it's not actual tanky stuff. So this is something we'll look at as well. So I'm going to write a small note on things to work at. So gearing would be one of them, right? Okay, gearing and what to actually pick for stats. Any other things we need to address?
We need to pick a road for me, definitely. I mean,
road. Okay, so we're gonna talk investments. Like, what do we invest in first, and what do we go next? How about like units? Like, what units do you want to pick? Would that be something that we should address as well? Okay.
Sorry, I'm eating some.
Yeah, no problem. Like, I can fill up the gap. It's gonna be okay. So, oh wow, this one is actually pretty good. This will be solid for some of your items. Okay. Wow, you got yourself a pocket watch. Early on, that thing will be insane if you give it to Yuno or any of your other healers. It's super good. It's like super insane. Okay, so Philip needs some work. Let me check that out. Gearing. Phil needs one. And I'll check the other one of these guys as well. And what we'll be looking at is Refi. How's Refi working for you? Like, you got him recently, right?
Yeah, didn't really use him much. I only used it for leveling pretty much.
Okay.
And I used it in my secondary team when I do dragons. And since then, I can just auto the tier 2 dragon 7.
Good.
So, it actually really helps, but Philip, same.
Yeah, I think like they're both like very low investment characters, and they get a very high reward. Here we see a little bit more HP. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. So that is it for the account so far. Oh yeah, I also addressed the Leo part for the PvP. How much have you tried PvP yet?
Well, not that much. I mean, I play with the same team every time, so when I do the League of Honor, I win pretty much. But when I do the other one, it's less solid because I only have like 4 great characters. Actually, I got 1 great character, Lafriel, because she's also really good gear.
Yeah, true.
For the rest, it's like meh.
It's a little bit iffy. Yeah, I checked the play record. What I'm looking at right now, the highest rank that you achieved so far is a Diamond 1, which isn't bad on like a 53-day character. So that's not looking bad, especially if you got a 2-star Miroru. So that's looking good. Let's just give it a shot on what are we gonna do next. So let's look at your inventory. I saw some good items here and there. Something in your storage box. Oh, you got a lot in your storage box, my brother. That's looking good. Oh, you guys start up for. Let's just start from the beginning. Nyla, unique weapon, awesome, because you're gonna focus on physical damage, right? From the looks of it right now.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. On the other hand, my team is like 50-50 at the moment.
True.
I could go both ways, and since my Lafril is really strong, might be better to go magic damage. But
yeah.
on the other hand, I mean, I really like Chase as well.
So, like you just like Chase as a character, right?
Yeah.
You see my Chase, that's all I know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yo, Chase is a monster, and with his upcoming soul weapon, he's gonna be even better. Okay, so here's something that I want to address to the people. Like, if you got yourself a character that you really fucking love, play that character. It's way easier investing into that. And if you do feel something, you don't feel as bad, like, oh, I could have invested into another character. Like, having that one character that you really want to invest into him, that is where I give the best of my advice, because you can build teams around everything. And do you want to go either physical or magical damage? You can do both, but the investments will be a little bit different. So what we're looking at right now are very good items. Like very good items to clear a lot of early game shit. So we got Nyla. If you do want to go Chase, Nyla will be a good support in terms of world bossing damage. And overall, dragons, she will be great as well. You got a Rodina unique weapon. And Rodina is one of those shitty characters that will be able to one-shot bosses. So if you look at Rodina, she's also a physical damage character, but she will be good in Tower of Challenge. Like, she will give you a lot of insta wins to a lot of bullshit. You got an Aisha 1-star. Did you start that up, or did you get that from the 5 times pool?
No, I started up myself.
Okay.
I already had one, and yesterday I got another one.
Okay, so yeah, it's 100% chance. There's no way you can go wrong with that. Aisha is overall a pretty good character, but the fact that you are like more focused a little bit onto physical damage makes me think like, okay, question mark, right? Then you got Mariana. She will be a good investment to get early on, especially if you want to do dragons. Her unique weapon just gives a lot of damage. Extra, good healing. Now, Audie is a very unique character, and I want to address this. Like, he works in both physical and magical team damage. I'm using him on World Boss 2 with my Cecelia, and the resets on Cecelia onto S3, absolute insane damage. Really great. Now, you got 2 things that I want to address, which makes it very questionable on what you should go next. You saw the Syria weapon as well, right? And the Kara weapon. Now, the funny thing is with the Syria, you've seen him in League of Honor, right, on my stream. She's an insane character, man. She's definitely worth investing into, especially if you don't have real damage yet on World Boss 3. So this is a weapon that I would say keep it. The Aisha one, on the other hand, I'm like very hesitant to it. And the other one that you have is the Kara one. Kara is upcoming in League of Honor as well. So if you're looking for PvP, we should keep this too. Now we got Urzi's weapon, and since you have Miraru already, it's debatable to keep it, but it is always good to keep it. Just notice the Infinity Stones are now 8 hours instead of 48. Yes, so on newer players, getting your T5s in of all your characters is really insane.
Yeah, this total event is like insane.
Oof, it is
like
really.
The 5k all in and the crafting. Like, I think I already got like 17 stones or something.
Yep. It is super insane. So that makes it very worth to upgrade some of your characters and just check out the road, right? So we got moving on to a little bit. You got some class unique weapons. You're just keeping them. Like, as a beginner player, I would recommend keeping this class unique weapons unless you really feel the need to invest into a certain character, because you will find that especially on Eclipse that recently came out, you need yourself weapons and gear for your other characters. So always scan for potential items that you will be upgrading up next. Now, I see a good amount of fun stuff when it comes to your unique treasures. Now, Luisha is one of those characters where I will say, like, you won't be playing her all that much. Is she bad? I would say no, but you will need to very deeply invest into magic damage to make that work. Mitra, on the other hand, like, from the weapons that you got so far, and you don't have a unique weapon of Mitra, right?
Sorry, what?
Unique weapon of Mitra, you didn't get that one, right?
Yeah, we broke it last time.
I did that for a reason. So looking at that Mitra one, I'm thinking about breaking that too. One of the fun things that we actually get is if you do decide to make a magical damage team, you got several options. Because what I'm looking at right now is 2 of Cecelia's unique treasure. Do I have one more? Because I don't know them all by heart. I know a lot of them. Oh, you got 2 Gladies. Wow. That opens up a lot of perspective. You got a very good Gladi unique treasure. We got Requina, we got Audie, we got Cecelia. Oh, you got one of the best Audies that you can get. This game is telling you to make certain characters. Like, we got a few of Kara. We got a nice amount of Audies. We got a nice amount of Sonya unique treasures. Like, I'm not a Tanya fan myself because she's only used in PvP and everywhere else she's absolute trash. You got a lot of Shay stuff as well. So these are things to keep in mind. Let me write them down. So we got Shay. We got Audie. We got Requina. She will be, I think she will be good on a PvP one. And you got her into the heroes in as well, right?
Yeah, I got, I don't know, that's Cecelia.
Cecelia. Okay, Cecelia's obviously top tier pick. I really like her. Her S2 unique treasure is pretty good as well. Is it better than the UT3? No, but for base stats, obviously great. So Celica's looking great. Kara would definitely be a thing. And you got a biometric sensor of Chase. So you're liking Chase, right?
Yeah.
Let's just keep that like on the top shelf right now. So investing into Chase, you cannot go wrong with that. And I'll explain to the people. Is if you go Chase is an all-round champion onto anything. He can do everything very well, but he doesn't really excel at something. Like, he's not the best at World Boss 2. He is not the best at boss killing. But does he do the trick? And that would be yes. And he pulls off all the tricks. So Chase to me would be something very relevant. So in terms of hero investment, we got a few that are popping the mind. Have you seen Gladi, by the way?
Oh.
Okay, Gladi is one of those characters that is equally good to Cecelia. Now, the fact that you have Cecelia is pretty good, but he's an NPC hero. And we'll talk about that a little bit later, about NPC heroes. Let's just keep this information a little bit composed, because otherwise I'll be jumping around everywhere. Okay. Because I see a lot of shit, I'm like, oh my god, I want to talk about this. It doesn't work. Okay. Another thing that I want to just address for a little bit. Okay, that perfume is great. Gonna be great for Cecelia if you do make her into some PvP League of Honor shit.
Yeah, I put all my artifacts on my champs already.
Yeah. So I keep a quick.
To save some storage space.
Yep. Definitely a good tip for newer players. Equip everything that you can equip is save storage space. Okay, so you got the Goddess of Glory. That is some good stuff. Wow. Okay, you got like they're not top tier, but the Talisman of Resistance, like this is all PvP stuff that will help you out early game, especially to get into master rank. Oof! We got a crystal music box. Oh, this one on PvP? Definitely looking at Miruru right there. So we got some absolute good stuff to work with. Okay, let's check some other status. We gotta check the Tower of Challenge. How far are you on that one?
68, I think.
68. Oh no, you're on 66 actually. Okay. Yep. Okay, that boss is a little nasty. Let's see if I can beat that for you today, if possible, because after that you'll be able to beat 67 pretty easily. Okay, So that's looking pretty good. Let's check the inventory just a little bit more. Oof! You got TP5s. Oh, this gives a whole different perspective on how we're gonna gear you up, my friend.
I get what?
Basically, if you look at growth, just check the screen. You got TP5. So for the newer players that may not know it.
Oh yeah. I didn't know where to use them, so I just kept them. I knew this day would come that you would.
Yep. Yes, sir. Good
stuff. My account, and I was like, just wait for that.
Oof. Like.
I was thinking about using them on Miru, like in the first 2 weeks I played, but.
Yep. Okay. So what made you say like I'm not going to?
What?
Never mind. Zach, do you want to No, I was like, what made you a little bit hesitant to not do it?
Yeah, because I knew they were important. I mean, you don't get them that often.
True.
So
true.
most of the items you get like an infinity amount in this game.
Yep. True.
I mean, so it's pretty obvious to tell in this game what is important and what is not.
Yep, definitely.
I mean, and there's some shit that you underestimate or overestimate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Infinity Stones, I thought they were more rare than they actually are.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the shit is just like really obvious to see.
Yep.
If they're rare or not.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm looking at the adventure board. I see Tower of Challenge, you still have stuff. You still got some League of Victory stuff left to do, and you got some Labyrinth. Let's check Labyrinth as well. Which one did you do? The defense, the charge, you didn't do. Okay, so this is something that we gotta address as well. And my main boy Chase, you've seen me do Labyrinth as well, right? And you see my Chase just plow through all that shit. So that is something that we need to address as well. Zacharias, do you want to review my account? Dude, of course, right? If we can get a session up on this, like we can really talk on, like, I would consider you like a veteran, like a pro player onto this stuff. Like only you get top 10 like consistently. So getting something like that would be very interesting. So keep that one in mind. If you really do want that and it is not a troll, hook me up with that shit. Okay, so we got a basic idea of where you are right now. So let's check out. You're stuck somewhere at chapter 9, right?
Yeah, 9-7 or something.
9-7. Okay. For what I can remember. Oh, these are the spiders. Okay, so they will hook up your backline. What kind of teams do you use? Okay, so it doesn't show up in my spot. Okay. I'm going all over the place. Luckily, I can edit out myself sometimes. That is good stuff. Okay.
And I also didn't make a 3-star on 826.
8.
Son of a bitch, my analytics die.
Yep, that's gonna be a problem.
I do have the artifact, obviously, but I use it on Claws because if I don't use it on Claws, he dies. And if Claws dies, my whole team dies.
Yep, that's the thing. Yep. Okay, that's a little bit nasty. Oh, you got a lot of reforged tickets. There's gonna be some good stuff as well. Got a lot of stamina potions.
I never used the reforge.
Yeah,
like much the same thing. I was like, I don't really know what to do. You know, I don't really know what stats to use.
Yep. Okay, let's address this straight away. If you start out with reforged tickets, it seems very obvious to pick out like your gear. And you're like, whatever gear I'm looking at. I would say if you have this many of them, I would rather go for the unique treasures than looking at gear, because you'll be gearing up throughout the whole process, right? That means you're doing insane amount of dragons. That means you're seeing an insane amount of gear, and you'll be picking them out pretty easily. Another one that you can invest into, so instead of going to unique treasures, you could go for Manticore set. So have you found yourself a guild yet?
Yep.
Okay, good. So if you do that consistent, you will be getting the Manticore set. You've seen those so far, right? Oh, you got some boxes already, so that's looking good. Okay, we got some unique weapons to play with, and we got a few unique treasures to play with. Okay. You considered making Chase as well. So I'm trying to set up a plan, right?
I had a treasure for Chase as well, but it's not a good.
No, true. Definitely that one is ass. But does that mean he's bad? No, it's not. It's gonna help you out, especially since it's a 1-star. That means that you're getting extra stats to him, and that's what Chase needs. If you need more damage, you in fact need all of the unique treasures at some point. So the fact that you got this startup, great, absolutely insane. So that will be for the Reforged tickets. That is something that I'm gonna do. Reforged tickets. Something else that I want to address. Not really. Okay, so we got some mystical soul fragments right off the bat. Since it's somebody else's account, I know this is what I did for my little brother back in the day. We had Ion, and now I'm gonna disclaim myself a little bit because this may not work here. But whenever we had to rune our characters, it had a certain chance of succeeding rates, and we did each other's characters. Right? Because we could not stand the look at failure. We were like across the room. Like, you know how our house is set up, right, Compere? Like, we were just opening the doors. We were yelling at each other like, dude, ruin my shit. And he would come run over me. I would go into the other room. I would ruin his shit. And that is something that we kept on doing for years. It was stupid. But it worked. Like, our success rate actually increased. It was something absolutely stupid. Okay, so I'm gonna pull something for you, and let's hope for the best. Soul fragments. Let's get a unit. Let's get something. Okay, first pull, nothing. Please let me get something. Yeah, okay. I guess that lucky charm actually wore off. Too bad. Okay. What are we going for first? So we were going to make a little plan, right? So Chase is going to be your main focus, I feel, right? And some people may not feel the same in terms of like, oh my god, he's not an early game investment. He falls off really late. Well, to some extent, yes, he's not usable everywhere, but he can actually be built everywhere. So I would say, I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Chase player, but I also know what his yeah, like here's the thing, like I know what his bad sides are, and even then I would pick the guy. Like he is rewarding me on so many levels. So getting Chase would be a top priority. So let us say, are you thinking like, okay, I'm gonna invest into him?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see which other champ at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, or I should pick to go magical.
Okay, so if you like, let's go into this a little bit because I can make all sorts of decisions for you right now. But the fact that you address this, like you're considering going magical, and why is that?
Because I like my Lavril.
You're liking your Lavril. Okay. Good thing is Lavril works everywhere.
Sorry?
Lavril works basically everywhere. So that is a good thing.
And it's pretty much I got the right runes for her. I mean, she's pretty much, I mean, of course I need the second skill, how you call that, the enchanted option. But for the rest, it's like the perfect gear. The only thing I have to do is get it to higher tiers.
Higher tiers, yes. Okay. Let me write this down as well. And
well, on the other hand, it's like you say, you know, I mean, you gotta gear up anyway, all the other champs as well. And so in the long haul, it doesn't really matter if you have good gear right now.
True. So that is one of those things. Like the next step would be like if you go a magical team, what character would you pick? Like what would be your main damage dealer?
That's the problem. I haven't really looked at it.
Okay, so let's address this for the newer players. So if you do want to go magical team, there are two ones that come to mind, especially now that soul weapons actually came out. So if we go to the hero index, and we have two of them that will be working. Now you've seen my Artemia, right? The speed run.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
Yup, she is definitely working on a magical team. I would say she would be the very first investment if I would make it on a magical team. So considering her would be something. So let's put Artemia down at like a box somewhere. Just keep it in mind. Then you got another one, which is Ilaria. Now, Ilaria is an absolute monster when it comes to bosses. I don't even know where she's at. Oh, assassins. There we go. Now, this is the Choco Babe. And her damage, even early on, with low investment, does a lot. Absolutely insane. But would you consider, like, have you seen her kit?
Yeah, I've read it.
Okay. But do you like her? Ken is like, Ezekiel. Yeah, no. Like, until his soul weapon gets revealed, I'm not getting it.
Go in physical first, and then later on build another magical, doesn't it?
Exactly. Like, that would be something that I would advise as well. And the fact that you got Syria soul, like, unique weapon, I would say, like, Syria is a very good first starter for a magical team. So investing into that seems pretty good too. But like you said, first physical team, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 3 characters that if you go magical team would be good. That would be Artemia, that would be Syria, that would be Ilaria. Like, those would be the 3 that I would invest into if I go magical damage. But let's not even go into that. So we got one unique weapon that belongs to Chase. One unique weapon. Now I know from a
people. Lafayette work in a physical team.
Yeah, like definitely even. Like, does she work better in a magical team? Yes, because her stacks scale up a little bit better. But her S3 works for magical damage. Her she has a very particular skill that gives you other attack as well. So those are things that you can consider for her being better in a magical team. So yes, true. Okay, but we have 3 unique weapons, 3 unique treasures. So we got 1 unique weapon that's going to Chase. We got Miruru, and I would honestly say if you get it to 3-star,
just do at least 1, so we can see how much fill stacks she has.
True. So it's actually gonna happen. Let's see now. The fact that we filled that other shit makes me a little bit hesitant onto fill stacking anything. But it has to happen at some point, right? So that is first part of the plan. And let's not go straight up to execution, or we could actually. Okay, so it's 8%. So you fill the very first one. Okay. I would say if you get Miruru to 3-star, her damage will up. That would mean that you can complete chapter 8-26. And you won't be needing Chase all that fast because you will need to clear out chapter 9 as well. So one of our first priorities would be upping this one. So with your permission, should I upstar this?
Yeah, obviously.
Yes.
I can't use 2 separately.
Yep. Alright, so with some written consent, so it is not rape. Let's get this pop. We got a first fill stack. Alright, let's just keep it popping. It is still increasing. So the fact that this game is increasing, this is one of the reasons why I like it. That is where I am looking for, is just increases. It could be that all 3 of these fill. Possible. Guess what? We're still increasing your whole character overall. So that is what you should be looking at as well. Like, you got a plan set out and you stick with it. Okay, so we got some more of this. And for a tip on the newer players, you get to 3-star by putting in all sorts of 0 stars. Hey! We got a 3-star, baby! Congratulations, my friend. That is some good shit. Okay, so guess what? We got another unique weapon for if we do get Chase. That is some good stuff. Alright, so that allows us for a little bit of more playing room. Go for 10%, dude. Like, you're pushing your luck right there, Ken. We're not fucking people's accounts up. We're helping people. Jesus, that's too much. Alright, so everybody is pretty good starred.
To be honest, my first 5-star item was on the Lafayette the chest piece.
Ah, the chest piece. Oh, that's the reason why you made her.
I didn't really know how it worked.
Okay.
So I really just did it with a 0-star item.
Oof. Okay, so let's elaborate on this.
1% chance it hit, and it hit.
What? Okay, that.
I didn't know how it worked, and then I went for the second one, and I was like, why the fuck doesn't it work? And I looked at the chance, and I was like, okay, it only gives 1%, but how the fuck did I get the last one, you know?
Yo, that is pretty insane. If you do get that luck by 5-starring one of your characters, oh my god. Like, just 5-star unique weaponing your characters. I would just laugh my ass off and be a little bit salty at the same time. Super insane. Alright, so, like, we've been talking about some of your characters. Oh, like, I got a feel that Kazu's weapon... Did you check his soul weapon at some point?
No.
Okay, basically what Kazu is of a character is he is just a dodge character. He dodges physical damage for days. Absolutely insane. If he pops his S3, he will not be CC'd for days. And now with his soul weapon, he is cleansing himself, healing himself. He's doing just about more damage on a like HP chance. I'm like, what? Are we giving this guy like God mode? So no, that's a little bit of a sidetrack. So your question was, how do you upstar armor and items, right?
Sorry, what?
Like at some point your question was, how do I upstar my gear?
Yeah.
That is a big question because on newer players there's like a lot of controversy. There's some guides onto it, but I will put it into practice in a little bit. But first, let me check out if we need to do anything onto the unique weapons or unique treasures. Now, Claus got his stuff. There's obviously a better one, but investment-wise, you would go for unique treasure 1. Gives you, I think, 10% more physical damage, but 10% is next to nothing. Like, literally next to nothing. You got Annette's one, so that's looking good. You got Lavril's one. You got Philip's one. You got Refuse one. It's not the best, but as long as it's something, right? Then it's good. You got Leo up in the building. You got Celine. Honestly, with the whole Celine stuff, she's good. But the problem that I had with her, if you've seen my speed run, right? Like,
Yeah, I've seen parts.
like she needs too much of an investment to really be good. And on that aspect, if you need a boss killer, the fact that you have a Rodina one or like unique weapon, I'm like, dude, you should be getting her. Like, I really do not like the character. It's okay. Let's just go into this for a little bit. It's just a sidetrack. Let's go and check out Rodina, right? We go to mechanic. We get Rodina. Now look at this character. Yo, let's see the animations for a second. Like this. In a war, this is not a general. Like, did you play Dynasty Warriors at some point, Compare?
No.
No. Okay.
I actually did, friend.
Oh man, like it's one of those games where you're playing like a lot of like high-end characters in a war, all sorts of special powers and such, and then you get your foot soldiers. This bitch is a foot soldier. I'm like, I'm not investing into her ever. But that is just she's just not my cup of tea. It's just a paratist. Yeah, well, basically true. But no, she's a foot soldier. That's what she is. So I would honestly say, or even consider like breaking down Celine. Then again, like if you put her up in Dragon, she will definitely deal damage. So the fact that you have her stuff.
You're a dick, no?
Yeah, I told you, man.
I took Celine, you told me.
Yep. And to some extent, I'm like, dude, keep with it. Because honestly, Celine is good.
She's good enough. I'll keep her.
Yeah.
So I got the treasure and I got the special ultimate weapon on her. So
exactly. So the fact that you...
I'm not going to get her to 5 quickly or something.
No, but just with a 3-star, you will be able to clear like a lot of content, honestly. So that is good. So we got 3 unique treasures. Like this unique weapon will be going to Chase. Then you need 1 unique treasure as well, which I'm already gonna make him, right? If you're okay with that. It's just like early game investment, but then you don't have to look or have to ask.
Don't get me up.
Hmm?
Because gonna take my inventory space.
Oh yeah, true. But here's another side fact. The moment you actually get these treasures, you will be getting items to make them. Because if you look at, I don't think, is it main mission, weekly mission? No, it's achievement. If you look at the index, it says like if you get unique treasures, if you collect them, you can get actually the fragments.
Okay.
So that is something to reconsider actually. Like,
No,
it's your call obviously, but let's see how much. Okay, very good. So we got unique treasure fragments. So this is something that we need to work on. So we're going consumables. We like to go chase, and you're not really going PvP straight with him, so you could be going all his unique treasures right now, but since you don't have the character, that would not be a very advisable thing to do. So we're going heroes not own, we go to warrior, and we get ourselves some ShamWow. Come here, chase, and the handkerchief of loyalty, this is where his main damage comes from, and it will up his recovery. This is a necessity to get if you do want to make chase. If you don't get this, ass. The recovery will not increase. If you upstar this, only the damage will increase. But you need this treasure. So this is what I call, this is the handkerchief of loyalty. This is being given by Scarlet, and it still has the ass crack flavor on it. It's just, oh man, I had this like a few days ago on my stream, and I was like, dude, my mind is just fucked up. I don't even know. Alright, so we got the first start of Chase, so he will be a guy that you should be looking for too. Another thing that you should be doing, you were going for which is a very, very good character for you. Like straight up, let's look at the presents.
You should check the forge, maybe I can get the last game threat.
Hey, that is some good stuff. So we can actually get that, I feel.
Actually, you can definitely get that.
Oh, you can get that. Like it's equalized. True. Let's get it.
No, it's like.
No, you got this. We get to some crafting.
I also got a lot of boxes from Dragon.
A lot of boxes from Dragon. Good. We got this to others. We go to No, this isn't It is the food. We got up to 15. Is this enough? I don't even. Like, at some points I don't even look properly. So getting onto an early game character, absolute boss ass. Okay, so I gotta make another one. I'm literally missing 90.
You can probably make a dragon.
Yeah, no. Oh, you got that one? No, I'm using something else. So basically there's multiple ways to get these characters, and friendship points are one of them. Now, usually I don't want to use all of them, which I should not actually. So you said on to Jin. You got some dragon points left, right? Oh, it's actually not enough, so I have to use those friendship points. Did you get the friends?
You can use the dragon crates to get more points.
Dragon crates. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, but that will. Oh no, we're looking at your inventory in like after this as well. So.
You're taking a look at my inventory anyway.
Yeah, true.
My inventory is totally full.
Yep.
Like exploding.
Yep, true. So we're opening this up, and one of the biggest tips that I want to give to people, this patch is absolutely insane if you don't have a lot of inventory space, obviously, because right now what we're doing is we are exceeding the inventory space by using these boxes. So it's something super insane, especially if you do want to gear up stuff. Otherwise you'll be looking at, oh my god, I filled my 5-star once again. Oh my god, now I need to do dragon. Oh my god, I filled my 5-star again. I need to do dragon again. Like it's just too much of an effort. So that dispatch is really good. Hey Twebby, do you think I should get Pavel as a secondary DPS that does AoE? What team are you rocking right now? Because with this information I don't know a whole lot yet. Okay, so we got the dragon points, and like I said, we're going to invest into chase as well. So we're going warrior. Can I actually pull this? Because the inventory is full. And we were going chase. A blood lancer monolith. gears. So obviously I cannot do that. Okay. So that withholds me for a little bit. Okay, got the dragon points right now. And for a physical damage team, I would definitely suggest getting Yuno first. As a first NPC character on a physical team, you go Yuno. As a first magical team, you would get Mei instead. Mei is good in World Boss 1, World Boss 2, and she's a great buffer overall. And she does really not compare to anything else. Like some people went Veronica first, that's what I did back in the day. Mei was just way better. Only downside that you need for her to work really well is her unique weapon. So that's even more of an investment. Now I'm clicking everywhere, forgetting half of my shit. Good stuff. Talking and doing things at the same time is never my best thing. So I need to just relax a little bit. There's no need for a rush. So we go and present this stuff. Got to use the circle of friendship. And now we claim the reward. So once again, Yuno is one of the best heroes for early game champions. So did you have any problems with healing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah. No, actually, in the beginning, yeah, I was stuck at like somewhere chapter 8.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had a real struggle with the healing.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just made Clausen pretty much more tanky, and I got a net some extra HP.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
then I didn't have the problem anymore. But at the stage where I'm at right now, I do pretty much two things.
Mm-hmm.
Crowd control, or I need more healing.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe better, even both.
Okay.
And I don't know if I should do it with better gear or just switch up the team a bit.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of both. Because here's the thing, like Yuno is one of those characters where you can invest heavy into it. Like you've seen my Yuno, I'm using her everywhere. So getting all of her unique treasures is actually a good thing. And reason why I'm asking this is I don't want to instantly spend your unique treasures straight away. But both her unique treasure 1, which equals a lot of damage, or unique treasure 3, which equals a lot of team healing. So if you had a big problem into some team healing, I would rather go unique treasure 3. So that is something to consider in a little bit. So Fate On-Site TV, did they make this game easy on purpose? Easy to what extent? Please elaborate on that, and we can look into that a little bit later, because if you look at the recently released patch, there is no easy there. You will get murked. Oh, and coming back to Static's question, Neroxys Epis, Lorraine Refi with Neroxys as T3, everyone else was T2, and you wanna get, who do you want to get out? Getting items, early on is very easy, later on it becomes a little bit harder. Like at the start, for newer players, you get a lot of shit. They made this so easy for newer players. It's fucking sickening. Okay. So that is it for that. And now we're gonna look at a little bit of gearing. Okay, so we're going at the inventory. There's a lot of stuff to work with. We got a lot of millions working for us. The only downside, 9 out of 10 times what I do with gearing, I wait until there's a gearing upgrading event. That means you spend less money and overall it's more beneficial. Right now, we're just gonna look at how to do it and then locking all of the gear that is good. So you said something.
I actually spent a lot yesterday on getting some gear up.
Okay, good. Not bad. So what we're looking at is you had some problems with tanks, right? Your tanks are probably not surviving from what I can tell.
Annette dies first.
Annette dies the first. Okay, so that means we gotta kind of focus on her. Do we actually get stuff on this? No. The awakened gear, I'm going over another tip in a little bit, as well as we thought about making her gear anew because there's some errors here and there. Okay, Annette dies first. Let's check out Annette and see if we can get something that is equal or better than what we can find. So we got a lot of new stuff, and what we're looking at is attack speed, crit, not crit damage, we need to look at attack and HP. That will be the reason for her to survive. But since her stars are really low, wow, okay. A 3 times penetration and peak crit. Like, we're gonna keep this for, I don't know, just to look at it. Like, it may come in handy at some point, because if you got items, and this is another tip to newer players, like, it seems alone like a very bad thing, but if you for instance get a 3 attack earring, then that counters each other out, right? You'll be using both of them in the same spot. Back to static. I just feel like I need another mage that deals more damage than Lorraine, because now that I'm in chapter 6, Lorraine isn't doing as much damage like before. Here's 2 sides of the story. Lorraine is not made for damage. She's made for CC. She is made literally for the fact that your Epis is free to do damage and does not die. That is her case. And she does that very well. Now, do you want to upstar Pavel instead just to do damage? Because your Epis has that role right now. So that is a question to you, my friend. We got some P block thingies. Attack, crit damage, and P recovery per second. This one is looking good. Like, I'm keeping gear that in the future could be good. Like, this is one where you don't have to really reforge unless you want to get that MP recovery per second out. Overall, looking pretty good. Nothing. Attack speed, crit recovery, attack. Like, MP recovery is one of those things that can be highly valuable, but not in a net, because a unique weapon actually gives that. Wow. A lot of M block, M crit resistance. Anything else that is valuable? On a net, not so much, or at least on the chest pieces. Let's move on to the lower parts. Oof! Yo, we're keeping this one. So this is an attack, crit damage, and lifesteal. Now this will probably go on... Don't build Pavel for story. Story is only good at PvP sometimes. Yes, true. Thanks, Zach. That makes a lot of sense. So this one, absolutely great. So if I find myself an item that I really like, I will enhance it so it pops up at the top of my screen. So this is how I kind of start investing into some of my characters. So that one is really great. Let's look at Mirror Ruse. Okay, she already got a T7 one. Oh, you got that massive crit damage stuff. That is sick. Okay, still moving on. So we got a few good items so far. That's looking good. You got a new mail. Oh, I'm looking at your mail, my friend. Oh, we got some guild raids popping up. Good. And defense, P defense.
Yeah, you like my mirror rune? I was like, I made it wrong. I want to make them for the frill.
Yeah.
And I accidentally make them for a different faction.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, like another class, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that like that feels rough.
Like, better use one. I mean, I still got another one in the reactor.
Yo, it's actually not bad because the base stats on a mechanic are very high on attack. Like, she doesn't really scale with attack on her own skills. That means that crit damage is more valuable on her than having attack. Yo, the left there was some, my brother. So we got something good, but not really for a net. P block, M defense, P defense. Okay. And blood, lifesteal. Okay, so the rings are kind of a unique item. Same goes for orb because they go on every single one of your characters. So what I'm looking for right now is something high end on HP and high end on magical defense, magical block. So those will be used for Black Dragon. Black Dragon does magical damage. And that is going to be working out very well for you. But if I find like the Annette ones that I just specified, then you'll be able to use that too. Oof! Attack speed, crit, and magical defense. Now this could end up being a very good one if we do reforge this. So this is something that we got to keep in mind to upstar. So far in the process, compare. Can you follow me? All right, good stuff. That was like, to me, like I heard a big question mark, like what is he talking about? But no, it's all good. Attack, speed, crit, and block. That one is ass. Magic, block, and defense. That one is looking good. Oh, this is an overall one. This is a 3 block one. And normally I'm not very keen on having like maximum block onto no specifics. But this is a PvP item. The only downside is the magical defense. That one is ass. Because on PvP you don't know whether you have a physical opponent or a magical opponent. So having both blocks in, good. Lots of P-dodge penetration. Now those will be stats that we're looking at later. One with attack, crit, damage, and maximum HP. This could be for a supporter. So we're keeping it, but it's not optimized. Back to static for a second. This seems understandable because I have Epis dealing so much damage and all of her skills are maxed out with the unique treasure enhanced to 71 with high crit damage. Okay. Yep. Oof. Okay. This one's suboptimal as well. This will be one that will be used on Mariana, which we'll be going for as well, which is a double attack and HP. Now Mariana skills off with attack. So the more attack that you have, the better your Mariana becomes. So we're looking at all sorts of characters and we're trying to route each and every one of them already.
Yeah, most of my champs are too low level to get gear. I got.
True.
I only got gear at tier 7.
I see. Okay, so this one is actually looking good. We gotta rerune it. It is attack, HP, crit, but dodge. So that one needs to go out if we do want to rerune it. Or reforge it. Okay, so that is looking good. And now we go over to the earrings. Now earrings is all about getting attack. Earrings only go on damage dealers. On the other side, you pick rings for HP on all of your other characters. So if I'm looking at this, I can go and cruise through this pretty fast. Oh, you actually got a lot of them. Oh, you got some extra. Good. Okay, potential good one. But we gotta, like, I don't like to rerune all of it because you can rather use the reruning for, once again, unique treasures. So I'd rather just go for unique treasures than anything else. Crit damage, penetration, and lifesteal. Now, they're not all in a good segment. Did he clear used all the tickets for repositorium? Compare, did you use those? Like the repositorium ones?
Yeah, it was a repository.
Nope, okay.
No, the chest.
Okay, that's something to look at as well.
No. Does he mean the chest?
No, it's the one where you got to spend the gold bars to...
No, it's the dragon where you get the chest.
Oh, okay.
What's that called again? It's not when you do a raid, but and you set it on auto.
I kind of forgot the name right now. Wow, I can't even...
Yeah, same here.
Whatever.
You know what I mean.
Wow! Oh, you got the wrong thing on the wrong item. So you got almost a perfect roll on the necklace, which is HP, P block, physical resistance, and P dodge. Now this would be amazing if only it was a belt. Sometimes you just find shit like that. Yeah, you got some good shit, but not good enough. But yeah, for the players, it's actually a good thing. So if I'm looking at necklaces, I'm looking for anything magical, defense related. So that will be magical defense, magical block, magical dodge, magical crit. Resistance is not that valuable. Wow, you got a necklace onto CC resistance. Almost maximized. Like this could be good for Sonya if only it was a ring. It's one of those things where you see items on or stats on items where you're like, oh, this could have been great if only it was another item. So far we did not find anything really magical related. Magical dodge, magical resistance. Now, magical crit resistance is 9 out of 10 times not used for anything story related, which is a little nasty. And also, these items are not necessary, but they're good to have. So it's very nice to look out for items like these. Attack speed, lifesteal, magical block. I'm like thinking, because this is a very good roll for when you like struggle with World Boss 3, for instance. I'm just gonna keep it once again to look at, because I want to think about this a little bit further, but not as much as I want to just struggle with my own thoughts for some reason. Okay, I use that in my tanks. Yes, like is very specific gear, but only in certain situations. Okay, also one of the things that could be used is a bracelet can be used on Chase if you rune him correctly, because this, what is it, the T2 perk where you get more attack the more defense that you have. This actually makes sense, especially in PvP. Now using Chase in PvP is debatable, but my Chase does very well. I really hope you got some good ore for your tanks at some point, man, because we're not looking at very like high. Oh, this one is debatable.
All my tank gear is shitty. It's shitty.
Yeah, so we gotta look at your Annette definitely, and we gotta look at your tanks too to survive properly. And then maybe we got
maybe use some tickets on my tank.
Yeah, I think we're gonna look at that as well. But let's check out what we got first, because if we make items and that we have that already in our inventory, that would be a waste.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Because you got a lot of tickets lined up, so that is a good thing. Attack, penetration, HP, M dodge. You like is decent, not good enough. Oof. Magical block, magical defense. Yes, okay, so this is a dragon orb. So basically what it says, the only bad part is the CC resistance, and initially it's not even that bad, because CC resistance is obviously great. But that one is actually pretty good. Onto a dragon stat. The only downside, it misses HP, but it's not like one of those walls where you get... Oof! Awesome! A triple attack plus block? Yo, I'm like, this will be on the Reforge tickets. So Reforge 3 attack line. Like the Reforge 3 attack line will be used for Mariana. And it can also be used for Yuno at some point. That means her healing will come up like very high. So that one is really good. This one has M block, MP recovery on attack. I do like that, but somehow I don't. Okay, so the orbs also a little bit nasty. So let's go over to where did that attack thing go? Oh, I did not lock it. Okay, so one of the questions was what heroes are OP. It kind of depends on who are. Like, are you a beginner? If so, you gotta watch this video, man. Like, this video will explain what I pick. Like, top 10 picks of heroes that are absolutely insane to invest in. So let's check that out. It's on my YouTube channel. So this one is absolutely insane. So the bigger question was, how do I actually upstart to 5-star, right, Kampir?
Yeah.
So what you tried out is just getting the 1%er, and it actually worked. That is good. That is good stuff.
I don't want to try that with Ultimate Weapon.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm using to get it to 3-star is very easy. Oh, did I equip this? That was not my intention. Yuno has not got the proper leveling yet to do so. Which one of your characters do you not use right now? Oh wait, I'll just do it a little bit different. We got this one, and we use the 6-star. We get this one. Okay. So I'll just do it for the from the inventory. We get the attack one. Already got that up. Awaken gear. So what we do is to get it to 3-star, we only use 0 stars. First one obviously works. Yep, got that part. Now it's 25% every single time. And we've seen it onto your mirror room, man. So, like, I'm still happy that we got that 3-star in.
Yeah, same. I hope she does a lot more damage.
Yeah, like, sometimes I don't always notice, like, the damage difference. But it's always good to have. So, now I got a 3-star. And what I do for the next part is I pop one 1-star into it. That will give me a little bit more fail stacks. But after that point, I go back to popping 0 stars. Like what I mainly aim for, I want to be keeping that 25% plus on combined stacks, basically. Like, does this always work? No. Okay, Superstition says if you open up this thing again at another spot. This is Superstition, guys. So if I go to my inventory once again, I go to the orb part. Oh my god, there's so much in this inventory right now. So much going on. So going back to this, Superstition says that if you change this up, your luck rate will actually change as well. Oh Jesus. Oh man, I need to win the lottery at some point. So that actually worked. So going from 4 to 5-star, what I do, I pop in 2 2-stars. Yo, if this works instantaneously, I'll laugh so hard. Okay, yeah, this was a hoax. So at this point, you could do one or two things. Is you can keep popping the 1-stars because it nearly equals the 20% that we're looking for. Or you can pop another 2-star to up the luck even more. I do this generally for unique weapons, but right now I just pop the 1-stars. So there's 2 routes to go for it. I'm not like a mathematician. I cannot give you like percentage based or anything else. So what I'll be aiming for is keeping this part once again until I get to a point where I reach a lot of extra stacks near that 20. And there we go. We got that first 5-star in once again. So compare, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that is one way to work. Like another thing that people tend to use on 5-starring unique weapons is it's easy to make a 4-star. Like feeling wise, it's harder to make a 5-star, but it's still same percentage work, right? So what people tend to do is they make 2 4-stars and then they combine it with a 100% chance, which is a legit reason or a legit way to do it. Is it the best way to invest it? Well, debatable, right? Okay, now we're looking at something that you know can use, not even your tanks. So what we're looking for, once again, attack, lots of it, crit, some attack speed, and if possible, HP. Because she will be used for some tanking, some healing. Ooh, pretty good one for dragons. Now you won't be upstarring this straight away, because it is somewhat unnecessary, but if you have problems to survive on dragons, that one could do pretty good. Crit damage penetration. This one could be used if you go for any magician type of thingy. You will need to once again, like their reforged potential. But I would say keep the reforges for your unique treasures. That one isn't great. So we got no real item for Yuno yet. Now this will be moving on to the tanks. Let's do Yuno's one first. So what we need on let me just write that down as well. Secondary gear needed. Like, I write things down the moment I find things that make no sense or still need upgrading. So that way I can just plan what I'm gonna make if I do use those tickets, right, Compere?
Yep.
Alright. So we're making this a long session for no reason, but it is just to show how I invest into my characters, how I review them, and what could potentially be good.
Got a lot to grind.
True, my friend, true. Alright, so secondary gear needed, primary is needed. And we had no real orbs or whatsoever, so earring is needed. And orb was like, I would make another one actually. Like, we need full gear. That is basically what we're aiming for. Okay, coming back to the tanks. Oh wait, we forgot one part. You don't get an insta weapon on Great. Like, I tend to forget the weapons because I'm at a point where, oh, I got a new character, insta get all of the weapons and everything. It's just oh,
I pretty much selfish all weapons. I grinded all weapons during.
I usually.
I got the ultimate weapons of pretty much everything I do.
Yep, and that's actually a good way to do it because it's all inventory space, and earlier on into the game, it's so nasty.
Yeah, I actually bought a lot of inventory space. I mean, for early game.
Actually.
250 for 8. You start with like 40 or something.
True. Yeah, and that's one of the problems early game. Like, back in the day, you didn't even have dispatch. So the whole dispatch part that I use, or like, wow, this one is actually pretty decent. For no reason, lifesteal, HP, dodge.
I wish I hadn't done that though, because then I could have done 2 more all-in rolls.
They're addicting, man. It is so insane. So out of all of them, there's not a really good one. That's a little sad. But you gotta make a weapon anyway. And having her on HP is never a bad thing. Like, this is more of a PvP kind of weapon. So honestly, let's upstart this for So how is the leveling process going for you right now?
What? My
leveling your characters.
Oh, my champs, yeah. Yeah, I pretty much do the most thing with bots. So I just get the bots on my level 90, and I do the shit I need to do.
Okay. One of the things that I tend to do is I get 3 characters that will be able to kill the bosses. And then I get 1 character to level up. Oh, I'm doing 10% shit right now.
Yeah, but if they die...
True. But there's the thing, like, if you get a character like Miru, she's not a really boss killer, right? But if you got a team set up that will be able to kill anything without anybody else dying, you will be getting a lot of levels. And you can keep repeating them, actually. So that means that if you see your character die, you press the repeat, you get them leveled. But that is something that I use nowadays as well, still on my account. But it's just a nifty skill that I would say, great stuff, good to use. The only sad part, which I don't know if we can do that. Okay, so we got a T7 weapon. Like, this will be mainly used onto Okay, so we got that figured out. Then we move up to the tanks. Now you got all unique weapons, all unique treasures that you need on your tank. So let's focus on what gear do you get. Okay, we got... Oh, and we need...
right now, right?
You cannot? What do you mean?
I don't think I can awaken her or whatever it's called, because I used it all.
Oof. Oh well, that's still not super bad, but yeah.
No, I was like I better use them now. I mean, I used literally every resource I had to it.
Well,
They're gonna get more scarce after this event.
True.
And the rest is pretty much easy to grind.
True, definitely true. So what I'm looking at basically is I'm already figuring out gear for Chase. Now Chase doesn't need Black Dragon, but he is good with it, especially on a startup. So what I'm looking for is attack, a lot of it, because he gets crit by his passive stuff with S2. Some crit, not a whole lot, no attack speed. So basically you want to find yourself anything with attack. So basically that 3 attack orb could be Chases as well. This one is decent on P defense. Now you're not having a lot of P defense instances where you use them. You have some though. Like if you look at Dark Legion, where you get an item that Dark Legion. Wow. Okay. This is debatable, but let's keep it because it looks good. So Dark Legion gives you an item set that gives the whole party crit damage. So that stuff is insane.
Yeah, I bought one in the.
Oh really?
In the shop.
Okay. I'll be careful not to break it because that's one of my habits. Like I see things I break. Oh, this one is good for PvP. HPP block and block crit resistance. Wow. I don't have to do shit with this one. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna upstart that straight away after I look at the rest. So once again, looking for both tanky stuff and stuff for Chase. Unfortunately, we don't have Chase yet, but that will be fixed pretty soon. Like, I'll get that guy for rubies if needed, but then again, man, the 5k ruby pool.
Yeah, indeed. I'm not gonna use my ruby for Chase it.
Hell no, brother.
I only got 800 left, so.
Yeah, that's.
But we getting the 6k on 4 October, right?
Yeah, true. There's actually another event coming up.
I didn't do the recommendation.
Yeah, me neither, man. I was looking at it like, oh, this is some bad PR shit. I don't want to look at that. Okay, so
maybe we should both make other character under a new name. Fake Facebook, so we can just change.
Yep. I was thinking the same, man. Fuck the system. Okay, so we got 2 items that need upstarring. So we got this one, we got that one. Those look good. Where the hell was the other one? Was that a secondary? I forgot. Oh yeah, it was a secondary one. Okay, so let's upstart this to 5. Oh wow. Oh wait, they're all down here. I'm like, dude, you have so many 1 stars on this one. That will be a lot of upgrading. Another tip that I want to give you guys is inventory space, and if you do want to upgrade onto low inventory space. What I usually do is, if I want to grind, I grind down all of the 0 stars. I grind them just down because the value on a 1 star item is way higher because the potential is way higher.
Okay.
Like if you see, now that we got a 3 star, I'm using a 1 star and it gets 25%. If I use a 0 star, it's 10%.
Yeah, indeed.
So keeping those 1 stars in your inventory if you still are in the process of like gaining your items, because at some point we're basically done making your gear for now because we don't have anything working better for you at this point. But like grinding or selling all of these items seems like a waste, right? So the 1 stars and keeping those is actually very good. And then you grind the rest, obviously. And we need Chase, secondary, orb. No, the orb can actually be given to Chase as well. Well, let's just give him an orb. And earrings. And I'm gonna be using Kazel as a reference because he's also a warrior, to give him some early startup gear, but I'm not even sure if yours can equip it. That is the downside.
7.
He is?
I think he is, but he needs to be 71.
Yeah. Like, that is the downside. Like, I use all of...
I need to start M1.
Like, it's not necessary at any point, but I use, like, those empty characters to just make item sets where I'm not forgetting, like, in my big-ass inventory, like, oh, I was actually working with this, because I tend to forget. So this one is a pretty decent PvP one. Will it be working everywhere? I would say yes. So let's just give that... Who's the one that has the most ass gear? Okay, this one is ass. Do we have a substitute for that? We got some Ice Dragon as well. Let's look at that for a second because I just cruised over that. Nope, not really. Now we got some Dark Legion. Wow! What? We got a perfect roll on a Dark Legion set, which is attack, crit damage, and penetration. Yo, we're enhancing this. We're maxing this out because this at some point will be. I think it will be Nyla's at some point. You got the Nyla weapon, which is great. And Nyla is more of a supportive character than a main damage dealer, in my opinion. Does great in World Boss 2. Does great in Lacrel. So good thing that I'm actually finding these. Wow! A near perfect roll on a protection plate. Wow. Dude, you're actually pretty lucky when it comes to high-end items.
Yeah, actually the tier 8 items are pretty good.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm looking at them and I'm like, okay, this can work.
That's why it's pretty much all the tier 8 I got. Because everything tier 8 I got in the game so far I just kept. But that's mainly because I stuck with the tier 7 dragons instead of the...
Yeah, I do feel you on that one. Okay. So we got this one. This makes no real sense. Let's see if we got a substitute for it.
I still want your turtle hats though for my Philip.
Yep, that is some good shit. That is definitely some good shit. Okay, so like Philip 9 out of 10 times becomes my main tank because he can just like survive more shit.
And he looks awesome.
Yo, I like the dude, man. Like, a lot of people were like, oh my god, he's ugly. I'm like, why? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, we got this massive block one. Great. Like, I've looked over all of these items and I still tend to forget. Like, oh yeah, we actually had that one. But so far, I think with this, you can get a pretty decent start at Dragon's 8. Especially now that you got Yuno.
Yeah, we need to up her first.
Yep.
Because I don't have the resources.
Yep.
I think my Infinity Stones are ready though. And I can make some new ones.
Yeah, like the new batches are super insane.
Yeah, the 560, what is it? 540?
Like, I'm not even sure what it is, but I just saw it. I thought, oh my god, that's insane. And then it just left my mind. Because I'm not using those batches.
8 hours, it's like, yeah, it's truly insane.
Oof.
Like the total patch, it's truly insane.
Yeah, especially for newer players. Like, there's a chance on a newer player that you get a soul weapon. Like, those things are game breaking. What the fuck? Yo.
Everybody gets a soul weapon, right?
Yeah, you get Kane, obviously. Like, I feel... And that's something you gotta check out for yourself. Like, how much of an early game investment Chase or like Kane is, and how good he will be to you. Because I think on like world bosses, and if you got no other substitute characters, that Kane will be absolutely insane. when it comes to clearing Dragons T8?
Well, it's actually that most of the jumps you get standard in the game are pretty decent. I mean, Castle is great as well.
Yeah, true. Like, he's definitely serving a purpose, and people overlook him, honestly.
Yeah, but that's mainly because you get it for free, you know. In most games, you don't get free gems that are really good.
True.
Mostly just to get you started up and save up for some really good gems.
Yep, that you're definitely right about that. Absolutely true.
And it's also, when you go PvP and you have to pick, you have a bigger chance that somebody would pick something everybody has. So you can better have some unique heroes.
Yep, I do feel the same way, man. Okay, so we don't have an orb that really looks good, but this one just looks amazing for the sake of it, because now you got a pretty, like, look at the block rate. So for the newer players, what I mainly aim at is like 500 plus block rate. So after that point, like, it will halve. So the 70 that comes into this will be halved and will be added to 3.5%. So in return, getting more block makes a little less sense, but it is not that you should not be getting it. So depending on what content you're facing, if it is magical damage or if it's physical damage, you'd rather have more of one than the other. But if you go for PvP, on instance, like, I would go 50% on this and get 50% onto magical crit rate or whatsoever. So actually, Philip's gear right now is looking pretty solid when it comes to the magical crit rate. So all he needs is a little bit more physical resistance and then get a lot of HP on top of that, and he will be fucking immortal. So that's looking pretty good.
What do you say a lot of HP is?
I would suggest getting on top of this 4, maybe 5 more HP lines. That would be great.
HP lines?
HP lines, like currently you got
options. Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
What's the amount you're looking for? I
mean? If I go for a tank, I go near to 8 million HP or 10 million HP, but that's for PvP, right?
Yeah, that's high end.
Yep. So also at that point, like, if you got Philip right now and you want to have him tank just about anything, if we're going for dragons, it's obviously magic damage. So what I do is I check out the magical toughness. I put one in. If you go PvP, you go 50-50 with this. So currently you're doing dragons. You're probably not going to use Philip for PvP a whole lot, right? Because who do you use?
Yeah, like I said, it's always the same team.
Okay.
To be honest, when I go when I do with the picking,
we're talking about. Yeah, we're talking about two things. Like, you're talking about League of Honor probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the main focus will be League of Victory for now, for the early game resources.
I mostly use the same team as always, pretty much.
Okay, and do you use Claws for a tank or do you use Philip?
Claws.
Okay, I would suggest using Philip after using this gear, because Philip, like, gets more stacks with his unique weapon onto defense. So that defense will actually help enhance his tankiness as well. So that's looking pretty good. So for runes, I'll actually keep this whole attire. It's really looking good. So I'll just use this Asian rune, the HP one, and give that to him. And then you gotta look for another rune. Oh, you got some Vel'Korzar runes. Yo, I am so glad you did not get the recovery one. Then again, if you had that one for Chase, that would have been insane. Crit penetration. Oh, that one will look good on Chase. Oh, you got some good shit working for you, man. You got lucky on some early game stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. I didn't put anything in.
Really, really good. Now,
same thing. I was like, let's just keep them till I know where to use them.
True. So looking at dragons, what we need is obviously for black dragon is magical dodge. If you go for poison dragon instead, it's a different ball game, because he uses physical damage. So those are ways where I just tend to think about my transitioning into items, right? So Philip is looking really good. We get Kazo. Oh, yeah, like you said, 70. We got no. Okay, we got nothing where we can equip anything else. Okay, keeping that in mind, let's look at a bit of gear for because is one that you already have. But I wonder about T4, T4, T7 2. Okay, so you got a T7 legendary gear ticket. Now this gives a lot of perspective. So compare. You have some items from Sonya, and you've seen my Sonya as well, right?
No, I can't recall which one Sonya is.
Fair enough. That makes it a little bit hard. Sonya is the one with the electricity that I use in PvP, the one that stuns everybody.
Yeah.
She's really good, and I rather never want to waste the T7 tickets like ever. So we can do one of two things, and this is somewhat of a gamble, but it may turn out really good. Let me check what I can actually get for the T7 option tickets. Can you get like lava gear? No, you cannot. Oh, I got something that we can work with actually. We're going chase main, right? That is going to be the main focus. Chase works off of attack mainly. But if you want to switch his gear at some point, it may be very useful to get a lot of attack on some of your characters. So this will be an item that is very debatable because you cannot upgrade it yet. But it's going to be really good because you will be using it throughout the game. Compare it to Lavril's items right now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be full on attack. Mariana skills with attack. She's basically the same on like Lavril. But then a physical damage healer. So I'm going opportune fire rings. And here's the bigger question to me. And this is the debate in my... Yeah, like here's the debate in my head. Because at some point if you will switch them up to Mariana is a little bit mana hungry. Just a little bit. And Chase is a little bit as well. But we kind of need that crit damage as well. Should I go the Black Dragon one or should I go the Red Dragon one? I just like that crit part on it, to be honest. What do I use on my Mariana? I think I actually use Red Dragon because I get a lot of mana from using Shay. And you got some Shay items as well. But yep. Shay's a little bitch. Because you need so much investment into her to be good. Still doesn't make her obsolete though. But we cannot upgrade the opportune fire rings unless you do Fire Dragon. No, that is absolute ass. The fact that you cannot do Fire Dragon makes this item really good. But if you cannot upgrade him, absolute ass. So we're going with this. And this is an item you won't use straight away. But you will be using this on Chase. So I'm very sure this is going to work. Okay, yeah, inventory is still full. Fuck my life. Like, this is what I hate, man. Like, with a passion. There's so much inventory space. And if I grind one or two things, still not going to work out.
Oh, you need to grind a lot.
Yeah, man.
A lot.
Definitely true. Oh, you got some money from this too. Be rich, my friend. Oh, and which ones are these?
The money crates from Dragon.
Yeah, I just opened them.
Oh.
Oh, you actually have a lot of EXP potions.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna use them, Like, you will not be wrong with that, ever. Did you save them up?
I just save those potions for whenever I get a champ I want to play, and then I can just level them up pretty quickly.
Good choice.
Because every time I use those potions,
that's
how I pretty much level.
Good choice. Exceptionally good choice. Okay. So what we need to make is a little bit of extra items toward having, you know, at least up to 5-star. Oh, you got these completed already. Did you have any other? Oh wow, you got a lot of stuff, man. You can instantly T5 one if you do have the resources. Oh, you're lacking the essences. Then again,
yeah, that's it. I used everything, all my crystals.
Oh,
Shit to make them.
okay. I think I can make this work for you for a little bit. Let's check out Uno, because Uno is one of those investments that will instantly allow you to do T8.
But I need to check some things outside.
Yeah.
Cat is there.
Yeah. Oh, you got him.
10 minutes. No. Maybe just.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Like.
Outside, you know.
All right, good stuff, man. Talk to you.
Baskets and shit. So I just check if he's maybe there or something.
Fair enough.
I'll be 5 or 10.
Sure, man. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, so I instantly forgot what I'm doing. Fragment of Harmony. Oh wait, I can actually check this, right? So that is 280 that I need. So that is 250 on these that I need of Uno. And she needed that green shit, right? So that is 84 that I need. Okay, that leaves us up with a little bit extra. So we can T5 Uno. Now, Uno is one of those characters that will give you a huge survivability amount. Like, I think he'll be able to do just everything that is required of him. Gear is, oh, this is just hitting me in the knees. Oh, I hate that shit. Now we do have some tank gear on claws. That is good. We got no real gear on Uno yet, so that is something that we need to work on. We got some T7 options. We got some T7 options on that. I'm thinking about getting some T6 gear for her, but let's check out, do we have any 6 gears? Because there's a lot of stuff in here. Wow, there's a lot of items. Okay, so he only got T7. So 2 tickets on this, 2 tickets on that. Can be maximizing all of that out. Good. Okay, so we're at a point where I'm like, dude, you're moving on to T8. That's all we know. And for a transition, I maybe should be making some items. So did we have anything here? Crit damage, penetration. So let's make sure not to waste everything before I grind. Well, so far really lucky. Like, you won't be upgrading T7 after this. So all of the items that you get, you max them out straight away and then you move on to T8. Unlucky. There we go, pretty decent one on that. And now we got this one, which is an amazing one for dragons. Now, is it a necessary one? No. But here's the thing, for survivability purposes, awesome. And he's gonna need a lot of them, especially if he does require himself some healers. Like, overall, you need healers the most in the game. So my thoughts on the new update. Good question, man. Like, when I first started it out, I was overwhelmed. Like, being a long-term veteran, like, I was a little overwhelmed by one thing, is that I really want to play the content, but the limitations of it. The limitations on tickets and everything that comes with it is a little bit nasty in my opinion. But aside from it, it is challenging in a good way. Like, you gotta think about your your whole comps, and it is frustrating that I could not play it more than what I did, right? I just wanted to play it so much more. Like, Eclipse at the very least. I wanted to play Eclipse so bad. But then comes the RNG part for most reason, where people are like, oh my god, no, I'm not liking this. To me, yes, it is bad. But then again, like, when we first started out the game, you did not get like 5-star weapons straight away. So are some things broken or not? There are some things that are broken, don't get me wrong, but it is not like they broke the game or anything. So I'm liking the new update. Definitely am. Okay, so we got this, we got that. Do we have anything that we need on this anymore? Yep. Now we're gonna upstart this for a net. As a returning player who just finished the 15-day thingy, does it change a magic lineup? Kind of depends. What are you using right now? And what level are you? Which characters are you using? And what are you struggling with? So those are like 6 questions. Fuck, I should not do that. Never ask 2 questions at the same time. It doesn't work for anybody. You will not get anything answered. I have to update the game, so be right back. No problem, man. Just keep talking. So, as a returning player, are you enjoying yourself right now? Yo, finally, Jesus. Oh, that one was really good too. Yeah, that one is definitely gonna be Yuno's. Oof. Wow, we're actually really unlucky with this. That one is ass. This one is pretty good. Fuck. Well, that will be something that he can still work on, right? No, the highest we can get, and this is playing with luck, is still 5-star. So if we hit this 10%er, nope. Okay, so this is something that we still need to work on. These are all locked, which is good. We have one of this. Oh, this one was great. Or well, not really great, but good enough. Is this my account or the review account? This is the review account, man. I think we're halfway in or like almost done with most of the parts of upgrading. So I'll give a summary for the people that we did. So what we got so far is what we checked on is the investments on what do you invest as a player. Like this is an account 53 days in, and he's looking pretty good. So he went a physical damage route, and I gave him the advice go Miru because she will be able to clear the early game content by herself pretty good. Now he started out with a 2-star Miru. We actually made that 3-star just now on the stream. So that's looking really good. We got ourselves Yuno because Yuno is an absolute monster. And what I'm doing right now is I am checking out which gear he farmed on Dispatch and how to invest into that and which gear to pick. So that's where we're at right now. What I'll be looking at in a little bit is what do you reforge ticket and what will be the next plan of attack. Which hero does he get? And yeah, what will be the plan after that? So if you have any questions in the meantime, make sure to ask. That makes it very easy for me to do. He had to check onto some things himself, so he just popped by a little bit. But we'll be talking back and forth on how this is starting up. So basically, I'm upgrading his account on everything that I see is good and the way that he will be investing into it. And I'll be giving a summary of all of the gear that I just made. What server do I play on? This is the EU server, and I'm thinking that if this actually turns out really well and people are liking this stuff, I'm not even sure if you guys like this stuff, but if people are liking this stuff, I'd like to do this for more accounts than just one. Because as an early game player, there's a lot of stuff coming at you. There's a lot of resources that you can use. But if you don't know what you're doing, oh my god, you can, like, it's not like you can make mistakes and everything because the only way to really mistake it is just grind all of your gear and then think like, oh my god, I invest into the wrong hero. That's like the biggest mistake that you can make. But aside from that, not that much that you can fuck up. Or not at least what I can think of. Oh, he got some gear that I still need to look at. Why does he even have this? Ooh! Okay, this can be good. I kind of like this HP one as well. What is this again? Crit accuracy, some HP. That could be Chase's if he does decide to PvP with Chase. But I'm on the EU server, man. Getting a little bit unlucky, and I really need to look at his money pool because I'm getting short on some money stuff. Okay, so we're keeping this, keeping that. EU here, returning player as well. All right, good stuff, man. So how long did you used to play? How long did you used to play? I see there's a new dragon option. You mean the dispatch one, right? Ooh, this one can actually be good. So I'll be going over that in a little bit because there's some gear here and there that can definitely be useful. Debatable. This one is something that I'll never use. This stuff as well, okay. Wow. This is like near perfect rolls. I'll just, like, I should not be even enhancing this. I should just be Dragon Raid hard mode. Oh wow. Like, how long did you play for? Because that is something that's been around like quite a while. We're gonna lock this. We're gonna lock that. Like, he's not gonna use any magical damage teams, but whatever. I'll just be locking it for good sake. Like, some items are just like valuable. Like this one. That one isn't as great. I'm not gonna be using that. Pretty nasty. Yo, I've been meaning to tell you guys. This guy is lucky on some rolls, man. Like, this needs changing, but it is on par with the other item that we just found, like the orb. You created your account at 27 October 2017. Oof! And how many days are on that account? How many days did you play? Yeah, 1197-20. Oh yeah, but I'm almost done actually. Like, I'll be just hoarding the rest of that shit. As like, I'll be just locking them all. That one is pretty good. Like, I'll lock everything that I seem or deem useful. Recovery penetration, nice. 386 login days. Okay, so you played over a year. Okay, very good. So your team is an Epis 3-star, level 83. Wait, it's a 3-star weapon or just T3? There's a difference, because otherwise you'll be having great items. Okay, yeah, no, you're talking about the T's. I was thinking about weapons and shit. Yeah, no problem, man, no problem. Like, we gotta match that shit. Like, the thing I'm thinking about and the thing you're saying. Is the lineup still okay? Epis is pretty decent. There are better options though. So what are you thinking, or what are you struggling with right now? Because there's multiple ways how to address your question. Okay, and now we do the big chamois. How much of this does he have? Oh, he doesn't have a lot of magic powders. We're gonna give this guy some magic. Anything else that I wondered about? Not really. Oh, wait. Oof. I would almost forget that. So one of the things that you need to do as well is you need to lock any Manticore set that you get. Manticore is the thing that you should be aiming for end game. It doesn't matter which class it is, you need to keep it. So I'm just looking around for anything that I missed. Weapons are not advisable to use or look for, but still. You cannot even touch Zone 8 dragons. I suck right now. Okay. What is my IGN, Twebby? It's Twe. So the BIE is the thing that you put up. So you cannot even touch Zone 8 yet. Okay, so what you should get is, you can get a free character, which is Kersey. Kersey is very good for dragons, especially with the team set that you have. So that is a very good character. Aside from that, get May. May is a very good overall buffer. For your very versed NPC weapon. Wow, my speech actually becomes worse over time. It's crazy. Okay, so we got those, we got that, we got all of that. Now we're keeping this. And then we just break everything. Block and block. Do I see anything new? And did I lock everything properly? How do I get him? Kane. If you go, here's the thing. Woo! You go to Portal. You go to Hall of Heroes. You open this up and you go to the Tower of Ordeals. Now, if you are a player that has already played or already got Kersey as a character, you will not see this. But if you open this up, you go there. If you get Kersey, really awesome character, low investment, pretty high reward. Especially on newer players when you do Dragon. She needs a little bit of gear and a little bit of investing into T-starring her. But you will be surprised at how well she does dragons, because one of the things that she does best is attack speed reduction and a lot of CC reduction, or like CC bar reduction. Okay, so back at the inventory part. Did I forget to mention anything? Anything that should be upstarred? Okay, this always takes long, guys, but it is something that we have to plow through.
And I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back, my brother. Good shit. So, anything on the cat?
Nope.
Hey, nasty. So, I pretty much got your gear set, man. What does Burnham use for? Burnham is used for, he's pretty decent at AoE PvE. He's good at World Boss 3. I use him for PvP. He's actually my main damage dealer in my PvP team. I could get a consistent top 25 in. If I do play all of my tickets in a week, I can get top 10, I feel. Or if I stop sucking a little bit less. Yeah. Okay, so we get to the grinding part. Grind all. We go to legendary part. We blast down everything except for the T7 part. This will allow us to most likely and 1 star and up. There we go. That's 932 that we're blasting down. We get a little bit of powder, a little bit of cocaine. And we got room and space to make our other shit. Now we gotta wrap this up pretty fast at some point because people are starting to sleep, and that is the moment where I need to shut the fuck up. So let's round this up as to what is the plan gonna be for Mr. Campier. Oh man, there are so many powders that you're getting from this. This is the cocaine in the game instead of the cocaine in the brain. Woo! Okay. Okay. So we came up to a point where you're like, okay, I'm gonna use Chase, right, Compere?
Yeah, Chase is
yep.
okay.
So no talkbacks. We get it. Blood Lancer Monolith. We acquire this. Reason why I'm acquiring this and not saving up is the moment you get more unique weapons, more unique treasures into your inventory is the moment you will get more items, and one will be shown. Another thing that I will do straight up for you is I'll get 2 unique treasures for you, because both of them are relevant. The unique treasure 3 will allow you to do AoE healing onto your team. It's a very good one onto World Boss 2, and I feel that it would substantially increase a lot of survivability onto all of your teams. So that is one. And I'm going to be getting unique treasure 1 because it overall amplifies damage. Hero owned priests, once again. Ja, ik ben nog heel eventjes bezig, maar dat is kwartiertje max. Is het goed? Okay, so we got that. We got all the unique weapons, all the unique treasures. So, last thing that I want to address is some of the items that I want to use. T4 gear options. We made sure that Chase needs one thing. And we're going for the earring, and we go all attack. Because Chase scales the best with attack. He gets himself a nice amount of crit rate early on. And lots of attack speed from his S3. And we need the orb. Because these items can also be used on Mariana. So we're gonna lock these. Unfortunately, I could not have done it otherwise because I won't be able to upgrade them. That is a little mistake on my part. I should have been able to upgrade them, but still doable, and they can be gotten from the shop. So these will be very useful, ultimately. So I could have actually been upgrading them. My bad. So we got this T8 gear. Still doesn't have the specific gear. View by class, priest. Now we're going straight off luck, attack, HP. Nice. We're getting the luck, boys. Get another priest. Get the secondary gear. Use the same tactic. Attack, HP. Those are the most relevant ones. Are we lucky today? PvP one. It's not bad. It's not great either. So that is this part. And let's do one thing that makes a lot of sense to me. And that is making sure that some of these items, can I do anything to it? Nope. So we get the monolith, we get it out, because that's going to be upgraded. And nothing else. So we withdraw the gear, and we want to get certain item sets that will work for chase. So what we're looking for is attack and 1 recovery line. So we use the reforged coupons, and this is where we play around. Let's hope for the best. Nope.
Now let's hope Chase will be in the inn.
In the inn. Yep. Definitely. Wow, we're getting lucky on high rolls, but not the right rolls. We're getting maximized rolls every single time. Wow. Penetration is a good stat. Pure recovery per second. Like, this is decent for a startup, but I'm not a fan. It's not useful for chase. Lifesteal is not necessary because it doesn't work on lifesteal. Not on P-dodge. Crit damage maximum roll. Wow. Awesome.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's some good shit, my friend. Oh, you actually... you already got... It's a low end, but it is a recovery stat. Wow, you're lucky, man. We can look for upgrades on it. Yo, you're getting maximum rolls on everything. Fuck my life. I wish I had this luck.
You have this luck. It's only on my account.
Yo, maximum penetration roll. Your chase is gonna look monstrous. Okay, let's keep it for that. Now let's try the same on Uno. Wow, you got an instant crit damage maximum roll. What the fuck, man? I don't want to be using all because I got some gear that needs reforging as well. Attack speed, great, almost max roll. Awesome. Let's lock them before anything happens. Because I'm a dumbass. This one was good. This one is, oh my god, you got such nice unique treasures right now. Debuff accuracy, that's not useful. Crit, awesome, almost max roll. I would always prioritize this over armor because armor is easy to get. It just takes time. A low attack roll. I'll keep it for now. We got 22 of them left. Okay, so now we're looking at like last parts of the gear. I upstart a few of them that may be relevant later on into the game. That one was good. Crit damage, penetration, defense. Reforge, get the defense out. Let's hope it's HP or attack. Defense. crit. Now, I'm not a fan of double crit lines, but we can keep it. Okay, this will be a very specific one. I want this on HP or anything that looks like it. Or attack. Like attack or HP. Okay, this is a little unlucky. Attack speed, I'll take it. We got another one, good. Reforge, defense. So this will be a one. CC resistance seems good, not great. Wow. Attack. Yo, this one is insane. Triple attack, 1 HP. Fuck my life, man. These are awesome items. Attack speed, instant roll, nice. This is a maxed out straight away. Awesome. Oh yeah, we got the triple attack one. Nice. And crit damage straight up first roll. Awesome. So that is looking insane. And I think we still got tickets left. Wow. Once again, I wish I had this luck. This one is pretty decent too. I'm locking this and I'm instantly reforging it too. Like this could very well be a one. Please. Crit. Good. Yo, this is insane. You got some really nice items right now. There was another thing where I'm like, oh yeah, you could use it for chase. If you ever want to use chase PvP, we'll go for it.
Oh, I'm gonna use chase.
Hmm?
Obviously, I'm gonna use him for PvP.
Yep. Good shit. Good.
I mean,
Good stuff.
I'm mainly gonna play PvP when I got my team ready, but for the main chase, I'll use it there.
Yep, so you got an awesome item for that as well. Yo, it becomes even more insane. What the fuck?
It's funny how I need to see it with a delay. Every time you say something, I need to wait a few seconds before I see it myself.
Yep. But just believe it from me, man. Oof. Yeah, this is looking awesome, man. You actually need only 2 parts of PvP gear, like left. Super insane.
You need money though.
True. Okay, get a few lucky rolls. CC resist is not what you're looking for. Do I have one left? Nope, that's rubies. We're not touching that. Okay. So I did a few things, right? Actually, I did a lot of them. So what I did, I upstarted a lot of these items. The ones that are higher start are all good. The ones that have levels in them, the enhancement levels, those are the ones that you invest in. All the other ones that are locked, not that much. So that's something that you need to keep in mind.
Sorry, what did you say? The ones with the level, I need to...
Yeah, you need to focus on those. So, because you cannot equip all of them yet, but you can instantly see whether some are good or some are bad. So the outcome of it is pretty clean. We got all sorts of unique weapons, unique treasures. We upstart them. Pretty good. Crit attack. Like they're all maximum rolls what we used. That is absolutely insane. We got a pretty good one on this with the reset. We got this one. This is absolutely ass. And some overall other items. So this right now is looking pretty good. So to wrap this up, your main focus is going to be like this. Your first character that you will be getting afterward is Chase, obviously, because he's going to be your main damage dealer. The main focus on increasing your heroes will be this awakening process will be absolutely insane. She will definitely clean you through chapter 9, most of it. Yeah, aside from that, things to focus on afterward, I think you just need to start playing the game and see where these items will get you. I think with the net items of these, you will be able to clear Dragon's 8. Especially if you got to the level where it's necessary, and if you get Chase as well, you'll be clearing dragons even faster. So I guess that kind of sums it up, and since the people want to sleep here in this house, I kind of need to shut the fuck up. So do you have any questions to round this up?
No, let's check out if you can do a scenario.
Oh, should I be doing this right now? Let me check it out.
Obviously we want to see results.
Hey, that is true. We've been doing it for some shit, right? All right. If this game will load anything right now, oh, the game just crashed. Great. Or did it? Yeah, no, it crashed. Game's like, no, you're not showing shit. Would you able to help me here soon or nah? I'll do this once a week. I think I want to make this a weekly thing. And
it seems like people want it.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good thing. Like, I'm gonna post this one on YouTube and see how well it's advised to some of the people. I'm not sure if Clausen wants me to log into his account though. Because that is trust, right? And well, the thing is, if I fuck you over, you know where to find me.
Yeah, true scam. We're selling
Yep.
accounts on marketplace today.
Oh, hey, come here.
Yeah.
You get another 5K pool, baby. Wanna do it?
What?
Yo, the 5K summon ticket. You get one for free. Should I do it?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's go. You'll get hype first, but you see it last, okay? This is gonna be nasty. Okay, summon the ticket. Okay, wow, is this gonna happen? Okay. But is it gonna be good? Okay. Ugh. Oh, that is sad. Fuck. Nah, we got one thing. But it's not amazing. Damn, this sucks. No. It just happens. It's another weapon that you can just, like, break. There you get 28 types of unique weapons. Okay. Common gear. Alright, but we're looking for results right now, right? Should I get both Kane and Kersey up to do dragons? Kane is a little bit of invest heavy. Kersey, on the other hand, not. Thing is, why would I want a crap? Why would somebody want a crap account like mine? True. Like I'll probably, like, not harshly, but I'll be able to get your account within 3 days maximum of playing as a new character. Okay, let's see the scenario. You get tier hero weapons from that. Yeah, like normally the pulls are insane. I kind of feel bad for pulling that shit, but well, nothing I can do about it. Okay, so we go with the following. This is gonna be the team. Now I think it needs a little adjustment, just a little. What we're going for, and this is something that I also addressed, was the T perks a little bit. Me too. Okay, so since we're actually going for a chase main, I want to keep the T perks. Like you got 4 of them. I want to keep them for chase. Because Miru, she could use them, but it's not the best. But what I am going to use is something that is a very low investment, high reward. And that is a net onto T5 1 point. What this does is the next. And her T perks currently are set up for magical damage. You have a physical damage team, so I'm changing them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little less damage. Now this will not increase her survivability, so chances are she dies, because that is something that you need to focus on, is get good gear for her. Like get her gear good. So you can write that down onto your onto somewhere. Like if you want to make a plan, get good a net gear, or actually upstar it. That could be good too. So I changed up her kit a little bit for survivability rate. Now we got Lavril as well. Her T perks need changing definitely. In terms of damage, a little bit. In terms of everything, actually. Now the biggest question is, will she be able to survive? Answer could be no.
But so now she actually survived. Yeah, at least she wasn't the first to die. She was always the last to die.
Fair enough. Well, my theory is if you hit the enemies hard enough, they don't have time to hit you. So whether that will be true or not, we'll find out. So since we have the amplified gunpowder on
we have 5 points left.
On her? No man, we invest. No, we wait. Oh, you got 5 points left on those. Doesn't matter, honestly. I could go for the double HP, but I'd rather have the MP recovery because she doesn't recover a lot of MP. Like, I feel like she will have MP issues at some point. I could be wrong, but then we should get HP and the defense one. This is mainly for attack, and this is mainly for everything else, right? I have one big question mark. How much lifesteal does she have? Okay, 100, that is good. Oh, I did not even check at this. I should have, my bad. Anything else for tanks? Not that necessary. Okay, looking good. Now she needs damage. This is damage, straight up. Unequip from Frey. I use this, because I'm not expecting her to get CC'd. Okay, now we're using a main tank and an off tank. Unequip this, and this will be a tanky part. Good. Now we got Refi. He's usually not getting hit early, so I think Claus is your main tank. No, actually after this I feel like Philip is your main tank. So we need to change this up because it's a better healing, better neglection of damage. And Leo is having this. This is useful on one of your other characters to amp up the rest of that shit. The pocket watch will go on Yuno, so remember that. Because her on cooldown crack is insane. Means more uptime on buffs, more uptime on heals, more uptimes on everything basically. So this is optimized, this is semi-optimized. He is stage 4. Okay, there's one thing that you need to note. Taking 2 of these is useless. So would you rather want to have two of the experienced fighter T perk? That's not gonna work. But the fact that you have Philip right there means it's actually pretty good. You got, oh, this is the reasons why your tanks are dying. They got no block. Well, he has P block, but no M block. So that's something to work at. Okay. Do we have any substitute for it? I don't think so. Okay, so claws gear is also something that you need to wonder about just a little bit. Reduce P damage. That's pretty decent. So we're gonna change one thing up. This, since your defense is not that high, I'd rather have damage reduction instead. P defense damage. So stun over 1 second will allow you to get a little bit more CC. But once again, more damage equals higher survivability in my whole rate. And then get this, the experienced fighter. Would be very useful for that. So that is good. That is good. Did I change this up? Nope. So the boom boom activation chance is good. P damage that the target takes. I want to go for cooldown reduction. This makes this skill spammable. The only downside is oh, I want to test this actually. I'm gonna go for something stupid, but it works very well on AoE content. Because compare, basically what I do is I get cooldown reduction on S2, and with this, the more enemies that there are, the more MP I recover. So that makes everything super spammable. We have some other unequipped items that make a lot of sense. So this is less attack speed, a lot of attack. But she will gain attack speed on her own. Right? Increases attack speed for up 200 by that many. Oh my god, she will do so much more damage. So much more. We got this one, right? Absolutely insane. More damage. So that means that, like, compare, this is what I use as a trickle down system. So the moment I got new gear for Miruru is the moment I pass that gear to somebody else. If that makes sense.
Sorry, what did you say? You dropped off.
No problem. So the moment I get new gear from Miruru, I can get the old gear to somebody else. So it's just a trickle down system. Mm-hmm. So basically I optimized just about anything. Let's see if I can do it.
Gee.
I'm curious. I think your Phillip tank will definitely do good. Let's auto this 1.5. I'll not auto this.
Can't you make tier 5?
Yo, check this spamming. Permanent CC, permanent damage. And this is why I said pick Miruru. Yo, this laughing is contagious.
Well, seems easy enough.
Yeah, this is just like perking her off properly. But this comes back to the point, like, if you know how this game works, it becomes endlessly easy.
Yeah, but the game is not about AI.
Nope.
It's as easy for everybody, right? So PvP doesn't matter. It's
Yep.
still about smart.
Yep. If you're smart about your shit, you win. That's basically it. That's what I like about it. Like less RNG factors, no nothing.
Yep.
So the trouble that you had with this one, how much easier does it look right now?
Yeah,
Obvious.
I can't see Philip's HP, but the rest is like hardly damaged.
Oh, I can switch that out for you. And that will be the last part that we do. Want to try Dragon's T8 as well?
Sure.
Okay, so we got some baseline to work with. Okay, so we're up against goblins right now. So one of the tips that I will give you as well is you can check out the race of a certain enemy, and I know you will have a goblin mask. Oh, but it's probably up to your storage, because you're using your storage very effectively. Oh wow, you gotta this will be easy shit with draw gear. Goblin stuff. Oh wait, we said Philip, right? We're gonna switch this out. We're gonna switch that out. Lavril Philip. Okay, let's check Philip's HP while doing this. I'm not sure if you're seeing this, man, but oh.
Yeah, in a few seconds. No, but this is kind
like
of
Philip's.
chance I can just go to the whole scenario.
Yo, this damage is insane.
You know what you should try?
The 826, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking exactly the same.
Then I get a new random pressure tick.
Hey, good stuff, man. Good stuff. And I definitely think it's possible.
Should be.
Skip. So portal. Yeah, it's just that last start that you're lacking. Like, damn. Okay. So I'm using the same ShamWow. Question is, what characters will I use?
But till where I am right now, I only needed to upgrade my gear one time, and I just saved up everything I had.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't use shit. I mean, I knew I would make mistakes if I did.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It just helps. It just happens, right? How much time did it take to do this? 2 hours and something. Okay, that's a lot of time to make a YouTube video, though. Oh well, I'll still post it.
Cut it up.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, not everybody has like 1,400 items.
True. This is the debuff part that kills me.
Some real good shit, though.
Yeah, man, we got some real good footage right there. Like, it is good to everybody to see the whole footage, I feel.
But I'm pretty curious about the manga.
Same. Same. Okay, problem will be CC, I feel. Well, not entirely. Yeah, this CCing part just kills me. So Riffy dies. Field clear warned.
Yeah, I only made it once pretty much.
Mm.
The rest I died a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of turns to make it anyway.
Mm-hmm. I think it's still possible. It just needs a little bit of tweaking, or I need to have there at some point. Oh no, we can get way more damage. Fuck my life, this is gonna be awesome. Like if I just overpower this guy, we're basically done. Can I upstate like Philip a little bit? I like that headbutt, but kinda not. Does he have enough tanky shit? No. He does tank pretty well. Upstarring would be great, but that's not gonna be possible. Nobody really needs mana. Okay, let's try again.
Do it!
Do it! Oh, fuck!
We'll see.
Yeah, you know the deal, man.
Get smacked.
Yep, you know the deal. Okay, I made a mistake, I feel. Yo, so much damage is coming out right now. Will be a close one though. Possible, get it out. Well, that was nasty. But guess what? Yup. So it's possible. Definitely is. So let's get the random unique weapon ticket.
Yeah. Maybe I can make more fragments.
Hey, always good. Or just guess. I don't know what your thing is with Gladi, man. But the game is telling you something.
What did I get? What did I get? Ah, another one. Surprise.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good.
The game is definitely telling me something, because yesterday I had none.
Stuff is insane, man. Some point just keep it until you get to a point like, oh, what do I want to invest into again? Okay, so that is possible. And another thing that we want to try out is dragon. Let's go for black dragon. Now you obviously don't have all characters that we need. But let's just check out how far we can get.
Hard mode. Never tried it actually.
Oh, whoops.
Just do it, no problem.
Nah. I think hard mode is easier the first phase tank, but you cannot attack speed reduce him. Oh, I out of habit I just click hard mode.
Why did you end it?
Nah. I didn't think you would make it. No, wait. I'm not sure if...
I want to know.
No, we'll never know. It's for the next episodes. Now, Leo is not a good... Like, I'm... Reducing P defense for 8 seconds. Ooh, I'm taking him. Leo reduces P defense by a lot. Fuck my life.
Yeah, Leo is actually good, I think.
Yeah. I was looking at his kit. I didn't even know.
I didn't even know if I picked her or I got her somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, I said like invest into him because or her. I'm not even sure what it is. Because he's a PvP hero. Pairs well with Miroru.
I think that's okay.
So I'm gonna cheat a little bit and not auto it. Philip survives the first hit. That's 100% necessary. Damage is looking good. Wow. Okay. Oof. Miru gets one shot by lightning right now. But it's more a luck factor. And if you get Yuno, you get more defense as well. The other people are able to survive. It's actually looking good. Okay, let's double check something. Because then we know what you need to invest into next. Yep. That was my initial thought. Can we up the crit damage by not losing anything? Nope. Okay. So compare. Here's the next thing that you need to invest into. Get yourself Yuno T5 as fast as possible. That is going to be main focus number 1. Anything else is useless. Yuno T5 instantaneously. She will give you 350 crit rate, which will up the damage of Miroru by an insane amount. So that is number 1. Number 2 is get Miroru's secondary gear, like a good secondary gear, because this is the reason why she just died. Like if you don't get this up, she will die by lightning every single time. Once you get this up to a T7, you'll be able to do it. That is like an almost guarantee. Luckily we have one actually. Why did this not come to my attention? Let me double check this. You got no crit runes. Let's try this theory out, because she needs a little bit of magical defense to survive. You got a little bit of lifesteal in there. That is a little bit unnecessary, I guess. Oh no, we know. Oh, this is a Vel'Korzar rune. That one's a little unnecessary. You could be going for straight damage. No, let's keep it for now. Like, it's okay.
It was because somewhere in chapter 8 I kept dying.
Yeah, lifesteal is necessary.
Lifesteal in it and
yep.
I rest again.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, no, changing this up will not allow you to survive. But what you could do, I got yourself, if you look at the Darkness Leather Cape that I just got you, it has a little bit of lifesteal in there. You can get the Vel'Korzar rune out, get a 20 attack in. It will help you a lot in terms of attacking. So that will be another focus. And then obviously start on your chase. So with that, I think we can kind of conclude this video. So do you have any questions? Compare.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sometimes your mic drops in.
Yeah, it could be. Let me just move up a little further. So that kind of concludes the video, honestly. And I think I got just about anything that I want out of this. So do you have any questions, something to say?
No, it's all clear to me.
And
it seems like you have a lot of people who want to have the same helps.
Alright, good stuff, man, good stuff.
Do this more often.
I like this a lot, man. So yeah, thanks for letting me borrow your account. And yeah, let's tune it off into the video. So this is Twit. Peace!